Hello again. Welcome back to Myths, Legends, Stories, and Tales with Lady Liadan. Today we're going to travel north. Today we are going to talk about some Norse myths. We'll be reading out of the book, the Dullier's Book of Norse Myths by Ingri and Edgar Dullier. So, let's see. We are going to read Freya's wonderful necklace. All of the goddesses wore beautiful jewelry. But Freya, the goddess of love and beauty, had the loveliest necklace in the world. It was made of gold and sparkling gems that glowed like red-hot fire. The gnomes had made it with great magic, and Freya was so fond of it that she never took it off. Most of the Aesir loved to see the blazing jewel on Freya's snow-white bosom, but Loki's eyes flickered with greed whenever he looked at it, and one day he decided to steal it. That night, when all of Asgard was asleep, he tiptoed to Freya's door, changed himself into a fly, and crept through the keyhole. Freya lay asleep, dreaming about her lost husband, and tears of gold trickled down her cheek. She was beautiful, but Loki only had eyes for the jewel sparkling at her throat. He wanted to grab it, but even in her sleep Freya guarded it with her hand over the clasp. So Loki hummed and buzzed around her ear until at last Freya lifted her hand to shoo away the fly. In a flash, Loki changed himself back into his own shape, and with fingers long and thin as a spider's legs, lifted up the necklace from Freya's throat. Then he silently sneaked away to the seashore, changed himself into a seal, and swam toward the rocky islet with the jewel in his mouth. Naughty Loki! Naughty, naughty, naughty. But Heimdall, who was faithfully standing guard at the Rainbow Landing, heard the splash as Loki dove into the water. Turning, he caught sight of something gleaming in the mouth of a seal, and that made him suspicious. He changed himself into a seal also, and set off in pursuit. When Loki heard that he was being followed, he clambered quickly up onto an islet, and sat down on the jewel to hide it, and looked around with innocent eyes. As Heimdall came closer, Heimdall was not fooled by all that innocence. He recognized Loki's eyes and understood that he had been up to no good, as Loki is wont to do. He threw himself at him, barking and biting and beating their flippers. The two seals fought furiously. Heimdall was the bigger of the two, and at last he pushed Loki into the water, and there lay Freya's necklace, gleaming and blazing on the gray shore. Heimdall returned the necklace to Freya, and Loki did not try to steal it again. But from then on, Heimdall and Loki, who had never been friends to begin with, were deadly enemies. The end. What do you think about Loki? That wasn't a very nice thing for him to do, was it? But Loki is the trickster. And Loki's really not a very nice character, is he? He does things that are really kind of not very nice to do. But he does have some redeeming qualities, I'm certain. That's all the time we have for today. We'll see you next time.